Hi, this is a quick review of how to set up the voting units in all of your vote centers. So this video is for all of our standalone technicians and all of our support officers. The first step in setting up the voting units is to arrange all of the voting units as the diagrams inside of your manual show you. Lay out your voting units and then lay them down, face down, and extend the legs. Starting with the outside legs, going as far out as you possibly can, extending the outer legs out and the inner legs out as well. Flip the unit over, make sure that the hinges are locked, and then extend the center column so that the unit is more vertical for our voters. Position the voting units against the wall, thinking about how you're going to make sure that there's enough privacy between voters. You'll break the seals on the top of each of the privacy doors and then open up the printer door. One unit per vote center must have the visually impaired keypad attached to it. You'll see which unit it is with the blue tag. In order to attach this keypad, you have to open up the back of the unit. Just push the black button on the top of each of the monitors and slide the plug into the back. Make sure that the cord is being fed through the channel on the side of the unit. Then just set the keypad aside. Our next step is to attach the printer housing to the voting unit. There's a small lip at the bottom of the printer housing that has to fit underneath this door. I like to attach it right there and then slowly rock it into the unit. Open up the top and then press firmly on the small tab where it says press firmly to latch. You'll want to double check to make sure your VIBS cord is not going to be interrupting your machine here at all. The next step is to put the paper into the printer assembly. Paper must roll under, and you must have the spindle with the disc on the left-hand side. You'll lift up the brass plate, drop it into the slot, and then use the small gray button to release the smoky brown cover. You pull out about 1.5 feet, and then make sure again that that smoky brown cover is securely fastened. Our next step will be to put the printer canisters inside of each housing. I like to squeeze the housing at the bottom and then open it up, take out the spindle, holding the gear in your left hand, and feed the paper in from the right side. Roll it over a few times, then drop it back into the unit. Inside of each of your supply envelopes will be a set of labels that you'll need to put onto each of your voting unit canisters before you go. Before you walk away from this machine, again, you'll double check to make sure that the lip is underneath the printer door and that the top is securely fastened. You close that down and then begin to plug in your units. Starting at the unit next to the wall, you'll plug the end into the voting unit and then straight into the wall. At this point, you should see two lights. The top light illustrating that it is plugged into a good outlet, and the second light showing you that the battery is charging. Before you walk away, you'll make sure that the VIBS unit has been attached to the front of the printer housing and that you've plugged in the headphones. Remember, only one voting unit per vote center will have these headphones and keypads. But the same procedure goes for all of our units. And we'll daisy chain these units together, running them in sequence, no more than 8 units per outlet. If you have any trouble at all on election day, or while you're setting up, please make sure you call our war room. We'd be glad to help you. The phone number is 326-5936. Thanks a lot for tuning in.